President of the Republic, I wish to welcome you to the smiling coast of Africa, the Gambia, and say that you enjoy your stay.
ASNA's 6th intra-flight coordination meeting unearthing the various technicalities inimical to the advancement of air navigation security, aiming for single skies with seamless air traffic. For GRTS News, I am Ajami Sise.
The Ministry for Regional Administrations, Lands and Traditional Rulers is pleased to inform the general public and all other stakeholders that henceforth the new name of the ministry is the Ministry for Regional Government and Lands. The new name should now be used instead of the old name. In this respect, the ministry looks forward to the support of the general public and stakeholders. Means of administering first aid and international humanitarian law were the focus of a training program organized by Gambia Red Cross Society in partnership with the Gambia Police Force. Abdullah Baji has more on the training meant for first responders like the police.
Accidents or injuries at the scene is key to averting avoidable deaths and stabilizing the casualty before the arrival of a qualified medical practitioner. As fatal road accidents continue to rise in the country, the Gambia Red Cross Society, in partnership with the Gambia Police Force, Monday organized training for 30 personnel of the mobile police and the police intervention unit. The training, which aims at equipping the police with first aid skills, could help lives as one of those people who are always available at accident and crime scenes. The training will also comprise a component that deals with international humanitarian law. In his remarks, the Secretary General of the Gambia Red Cross Society, by Cham, underscored the importance of first aid in our daily lives. If applied, he said, first aid can help prevent certain emergency situations. Fatal accidents, he observed, are also escalating at a time when the Gambia is developing rapidly. The Commissioner of Administration at the Gambia Police Force, Abdullah Sanyang, hailed the Gambia Red Cross Society for coming up with such a training package describing the relationship that exists between both institutions as a cordial and fruitful one. Commissioner Sanyang, who described the international humanitarian law component of the training as vital for all security services, believed the training was timely as the Gambia Security Force continuously take part in international peacekeeping missions.
We are engaged in the peacekeeping operations, over 4 peacekeeping missions in the world. And if you are there, you need this kind of knowledge to fully demonstrate your skill whilst you are there.
The Public Relations Officer of the Gambia Police Force, Cadet ASP David Kujabi, said the training will effectively help the police in saving lives.
We have observed with alarm that, yes, there are a lot of accidents occurring, but when personnel reach there, they usually don't know what exactly to do. That's why this training is very important, because once they are equipped with the knowledge of first aid, immediately they reach there, they will be able to continue on their first duty, which is saving lives. So if they are able to do that, then they can go on with whatever they need to do. But then saving lives is key.
The men and women of the Gambia Police Force taking part in this intensive training are expected to offer first aid services to casualties in need of it. The capacity effort also serves as a challenge to the citizenry, who usually bear the brunt of emergencies, to seek knowledge of first aid, for crimes and accidents could occur anywhere and at any time. For GRTS News, I am Abdullah Baji.
The government of the Gambia is calling on citizens of the Gambia to continue enjoying Skype to reach their loved ones at home and abroad, contrary to local press and cyber publications that the Public Utilities Regulatory Authority (PURA) had banned the use of Skype and Viber facilities in the Gambia. The Minister of Information and Communication Infrastructure has described the claim as a complete misconstruction of the press release issued by PURA in its bid to stop the massive loss of revenue to register internet service providers by criminal unscrupulous individuals who use internet cafes that charge the unwitting republic for international calls. In a bid to protect consumers and the national interest, PURA found it necessary to draw the attention of all operators of internet cafes to the criminal act that deprives registered internet service providers of revenue vital to their operations and revenue meant for the national treasury. Individuals can continue to use Skype or Viber on their personal devices and enjoy the Gambia's full integration into the ICT culture. The regulator and other concerned units of government are investigating investigating these individuals and internet cafe owners in order to put in place measures to protect our young users from entrapment of online dating services which leave our citizens vulnerable to pornographic sites, pedophilia, child trafficking and sex tourism. The ministry urges all media houses whose publications have misunderstood the news release to do the right thing in the service of their country and their readership by carrying the pure press release, publish retractions and report correctly on the intervention by the national regulator to protect citizens and ensure a fair business environment in the Gambia. Anne-Marie Riviere Basic Cycle School in Brikama, Jamisa has been officially inaugurated 7 years after its establishment by Sisters of the Presentation of Mary. Babukar Kamara has more.
To change lives, true education has its source from the words of the foundress and first superior of the Presentation of Mary Sisters, Blessed Mother Riviere, who said, "The children are destined to renovate the world. How I love my vocation of Christian teacher. I love it above paradise." With these words in mind, we truly know that the Presentation of Mary Sisters in the Gambia region have, despite the enormity of the task, made that great dream a reality by building such a modern and environmentally innovative school.
They are the feature undoubtedly representing hegemony of Blessed Mother Anne-Marie Riviere, who has entirely dedicated her life to humanitarian services across the globe.
Our foundress Anne-Marie Riviere, before she died, founded almost over 150 schools, and she always made the teaching of catechism a priority. She would tell parishes or villages, no catechism, no schools. That was one very important priority for her. She saw religious education, religious instruction as the basis, the foundation for all other education that we could give to our children.
You should be in no doubt that the grace that has been given to you to teach children, to announce the gospel of Christ to them, is a great gift of God, who has called you to this holy service.
They have not failed their foundress, for her crafted ideal stands at nail height, asserting every bit of her wishes, particularly for the less privileged. The Gambia chapter of Anne-Marie Riviere Foundation, founded in 1968, is still committed to changing the status quo through provision of humanitarian services for excellence and changing the mindset of children.
Too much emphasis sometimes, as good as they are, on concepts, theories, methods, formulas, and ideologies. And at times, we neglect the important aspect of teaching and modeling by example, religious values, good and sound cultural, traditional, and social values, which fosters healthy and wholesome intra- and interpersonal relationships, respect for the dignity of the human person, respect for the ecology and the environment, a sense of justice and commitment to work for the common good.
This school is growing at a very fast rate. From 2 classes in 2006, AMR has grown to 16 classes in 2012-2013 academic year. Anne-Marie Riviere Basic Cycle School, as we have mentioned, is growing fast, with 620 pupils this academic year, and the trend will be an addition of about 180 students every year for the next 9 years, God willing.
With 49 staff tasked with teaching and management of 620 children in 16 classrooms, Anne-Marie Riviere is challenged with electricity supplies for its vast and promising science students. The institute is also confronted with inadequate furniture and fittings for its new establishment.
They deserve special commendation for the establishment of these institutions, which do not only adequately equip the less privileged for self-employment, but also help to mold their characters and personalities.
Babukar Kamara, GRTS.
The general public is hereby informed that in line with the provisions of the Local Government Act 2002 as